Hi. Today, I want to share an exercise with you that I have found extremely powerful in my life. In one way or another, directly or indirectly, completing this exercise is at least partially responsible for much of the success and happiness that I've had in my life over the past few years. In last week's video, I talked about the need to get out of your comfort zone. It's damaging to your health, it's damaging to your fulfillment. It really keeps you stuck and stagnant if you never grow outside of what you are right now. Someone once said there's no excuse for being the same person that you were 5 minutes ago, and I really believe that. So this week, I want to talk to you about an exercise that helped me get out of that comfort zone. Now, I'll be the first to agree. Getting out of a comfort zone is very difficult. Someone once said that everything we want is just the other side of our fear. And it's that fear that keeps us from reaching for those things that we want, that fear that keeps us stuck in that comfort zone. And this is the way that I managed to start getting out of that comfort zone. It can be slow at first or it can be fast, depending on just how much risk, how much you want to expand where you are. But this will help you. Now, advice that we often get, and this isn't the exercise, is just do it. Feel the fear and do it anyways. And yes, there's a lot to be said for that. There's an excellent book by that title, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways. And sometimes that will work. If we want something bad enough, we will face that fear and we will just do it. But sometimes we need a little more incentive than that. Sometimes what we're looking for is confidence before we attempt the new thing. Here's the problem. Confidence is not a prerequisite to do something. Confidence is the result of doing it, the result of proving to yourself that you can accomplish it. Of course, by the time you've got that confidence, you don't need it anymore because you've mastered that skill. You've mastered that thing that you're trying to accomplish. It doesn't matter whether you're talking walking or talking or cooking or flying an airplane. We don't get the confidence until we've done it. I remember when I signed up for flying lessons, I wanted to fly that airplane by myself with no instructor, but there was no way after 1 hour in the air with an instructor that I had the confidence to go do it myself. I didn't after 2 hours or 5 hours or 8 hours. It took me about 10, 11 hours of instruction before I felt that I could safely take that airplane up into the sky myself and safely land it, and not only take off and land, but handle anything that might crop up along the way, any kind of problem or emergency. So, how do you build confidence? Well, confidence comes from behind you. So, the exercise that I'm suggesting today is called 100 Successes. It was taught to me by one of my mentors, Jack Canfield. Here's what you do. Take a sheet of paper and a pen or pencil, and I would really encourage you to do the physical writing as opposed to type out a list. There's something about the act of writing that engages our brain in a more powerful way than simply typing. I want you to make a list of 100 successes you've had in your life, 100 things that you've accomplished, 100 skills that you've acquired. Now, some of these might be big things, perhaps starting a business, getting married, raising children. Some of them might appear relatively small, like learning to ride a bike or learning to walk, but think back to when you were riding that bike for the first time. You were scared of falling, of skinning your knees. You were scared of being embarrassed by other people laughing at you when you fell over. Any success you had is just fine to put on your list of 100. Now, when you're working on this list, if you're like most people, you might hit somewhere between 15 and 25 things and then get stuck and think, well, I can't think of anything else to add. But keep working. Maybe you come up with another 10, maybe another 20. Keep going till you hit 100. When you hit 100, it's time to sit back, scan the list, review it, and realize all the things that you have accomplished in your life. And the fact that for most of them, you had no confidence in that area before you tried it for the first time, whether it's acting in a play, writing a book, creating a painting, or perhaps performing a musical piece on an instrument that you've just learned. You didn't have any confidence to start those things, but now you see that you've acquired confidence, and that gives you the ability, the mindset to step out of your comfort zone and try new things. In last week's video, I talked about how important it is to learn and grow. It's a need that we all have as humans. And by doing this exercise, you just may gain the confidence to try something brand new that's going to make an incredible difference in your life, just like I did. So try something new this week. Make it small if you need to, but try something new. And then take it a few steps further, and then a few steps further, or try something new. Keep learning, keep growing. It's a great way to stay young at heart and live longer. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. And in the meantime, here's some other videos for you to check out.